Hey everyone, my name is Sadi. I'm a product manager here in Gelato. I'm joining from the Oslo, Norway office, and today I'm excited to share with you the second part of our release series, and I want to share with you our newly released changes that we're very excited and we want to share with you and get your feedback on. Just a couple house cleaning rules. Today, unfortunately, my co-host got sick before the webinar, so I'm going to be hosting solo. And if you have any questions, please post them in the Q&A section. I will be able to then answer your questions at the end of our presentation. And yeah, can't wait. So in today's agenda, I'm going to go over our 3 latest releases. One is about AI photobook layouts. It's going to make more sense in a second. Automated stock tracking for your e-commerce stores like Shopify, TikTok, and Amazon. And finally, I will go over bulk product editing. We are publishing a host of new product publishing features, especially doing them in bulk, because I know when you have a new campaign or when you want to launch a new series, you will need to do them in bulk. And then finally, the Q&A, as I said. So let's start with the AI-powered photobook templates. What is this? So when creating a photobook, normally it would take many, many clicks, especially because Gelato allows you to create photobooks varying from 30 to 200 pages. You would need to select many different product images and apply them to the design. But also, some of you are selling personalized photobooks. And when you're selling personalized photobooks, we wanted you to be able to streamline the photobook creation for your customers so that it's very easy for them to create their photobooks and then check out. So let me show you how this works on a Shopify store and how it's going to look there. So hopefully all of you are able to see my Shopify store. Here's a personalized photobook, but this will look the same, or this experience is almost going to be the same in your Gelato editor interface. I just want to show how your end customers could see this happen. So first, I personalize design. So to many of you, this interface will look very familiar. This is the Gelato editor. And then since this is a photobook product, you will see this new option now that says autofill. How does this work? Your customers, or when you're creating the photobook yourself, have the option to select all of these images all at once. Here, I believe I have 36 images varying in different orientations. So if I select all of them, then I hit autofill, what it's going to do is give you 2 options. One is white margins. It literally is the margins from which you get from the edges, or no margins. I usually like the white margins. And when I click continue, we will in a smart way, automatically populate all of the pages for you or your customers. And how this works is if your product images, if the images have any metadata, such as location or a timestamp, we will try to group them together. So all of these images would be taken on the same day, or they would be from the same exact location. These images would be grouped together. So the goal of this feature is to allow you to both create photobooks very quickly, but also if you're a personalized photobook seller, streamline the process of which your customers create and purchase their photobooks. So I can continue the cart. Oh, my cover page is empty, right? I saw an issue. I could go back there. I can add a design, and then I could just create this photobook, right? So on the next point on the agenda, we have the livestock tracking. So on the livestock tracking, what do I mean? So when you publish products with Gelato, we give you the option to automatically sync your stock to the store. So this allows you to always show the most accurate level of stock. And now this used to exist in Shopify, but now I'm happy to announce that this is also relevant for your Amazon and TikTok shops. So I'll just go ahead and show you how it looks like in the store to make it much more clear. So now I'm in one of my demo stores. And as you can see, I have TikTok, Amazon, and TikTok US and USA and UK stores. So if I go to the store details, if I scroll down, you will find this section called synchronization. And in the synchronization section, you will find this option that will update stock availability automatically. Why is this relevant? Because when Gelato fulfills your products, we have suppliers and partners that produce with us. And in very busy seasons, as much as we try, there might be instances for a particular region to not have stock of a particular product. In those cases, we would like to ensure that your customers don't have a bad experience. So what this feature does is periodically, we would sync our stock status with your store's stock status. So for example, let's say you have a Gildan 5000 t-shirt in your store and you're selling in North America. And it so happens that very temporarily, this product is out of stock. We would set it out of stock in your store automatically so that your customers will see it out of stock and they don't end up ordering it. This is all for your benefit in the sense that when someone places an order and then it was in reality out of stock, then you would need to deal with the back and forth with your customers. So our intention is to allow a very streamlined operation for both Amazon, TikTok, but also, of course, Shopify existed, but you having full control over your stock levels at all times. Again, if you have any questions on this one, please let me know in the Q&A section. I will touch upon this in a second. Back to our slides. So here's the final one before we go into our Q&A section that I'm very excited about. So for the longest time, we've had this feature called templates. And when you create a template, the goal of a template is basically you set up certain attributes you want to publish a product with. For example, you can set up a product with multiple variants, multiple colors, multiple sizes, and then you can select your different mockups for it. You can select your different price levels. And then when you want to publish this product to your store, you can simply use this template, and then every single attribute about this template will be published to your store. It is all in your benefit of streamlining your publishing operations. And in the past, we had this feature called publish products in bulk via API, which I recognize that is not very intuitive for non-technical merchants. So I'm very excited for this one, and I'll demo this in a second. So if I start sharing the screen, first let's start with the end goal. I have my Valentine's Day hoodie template is one product with 9 variants, and I want to end up with a collection, in this case, a simple collection, only 3 items. But I will now show you how to do this step by step and in a very fast way. So first, I've created a template. In this template, if I go into it, I will see a couple things. I will see that this template has 3 different colors, 3 different sizes, and images placed in a location that's desirable for me. It's an SVG in this case. So this is my base template, which means whatever image I want to add later or replace, this image will be replaced. This is going to make sense in a second. So then let's set up some templates. So for Shopify merchants here, WebP is the format we suggest, or Shopify suggests to use all the time. It's faster, it's lighter weight, it's just optimized for any website. And then you would, for this product, you would be selecting your out-of-the-box mockup that you should use as a template. But if we want to create new design, like new products with different designs, then these mockups will be used for it. So if I want to add a different image here, this is just going to be the mockup that's used, right? Continue to details. So here I've set up the title of the template, but you could have also added with AI, you could have generated the description. I usually leave that part because when I'm publishing a product, I will show you in a second, you can add in the description section. And then finally, it's the most important part, in my opinion, the pricing. So you can set your prices here, and these prices will be the product prices of the automatically published products, right? Finally, you review, and then you save the template. Okay, so now that I have a template that is created, how do I use the bulk product creation from templates? So the only thing you would need from this template itself, you would need to hover over it, you would need to grab the template ID. This is going to be handy in a second. All right, so then once you have that, you will need to go to your store, enter the store, and then at the top, we have this bulk operations. You will select the third one, create a product from template. So what we're doing now is we have this template. And based on this template, we want to publish 3 more products. In your case, it might have been 20, 50, 100, right? For the simplicity, I will do just 3. So you paste your template ID here, and then check this publish products to external store. This basically means your products will be published to your store. It's going to be visible. And don't worry, if you don't know what the CSV is going to be formatted as, you can always download the template CSV. And when you download the template CSV, you're going to see something like this. You're going to only see the headers. So let's go over what each mean. The product title is the title of which you want to give your product. So I have 3 different images. One is called Champagne Love, one is called Chocolate Hearts, and then one is called Dove Love. It's going to make sense in a second when I show you the products. And then you add your product description, and then you add your product UID. So if you're confused, where do I find the product UID? It's all about going to the catalog for the particular product you want. So for example, if I want to take for this hoodie, this one, you could come in and say, I want the pink one, I want a medium one, and here's how you see the product UID. So the product UID is the product's unique identifier. So you would copy that. And then once you know one, so for example, once you know the pink one, it's all about changing this simple section here that says white, pink, blue, etc. Right? And then the final one is the print file URL. The most important part here in the print file URL is that it needs to be a publicly available link. Publicly available link in Dropbox users is usually denoted with this equals to 1 at the end of your link. So for example, if you mistakenly put equals to 0, it wouldn't have worked because Gelato will have no way of reading and downloading your file. So a hot tip to take away is always pasting in publicly available, publicly downloadable links, product link or image links. And then the final column says should publish images, which means the mock-up images we've seen that we selected in our template, should these be pushed to your store or not? If you want to publish, leave it blank, it will be published. If you don't want to publish, you would just say no, and then it will not publish. So that's it. So once you created this file, you will then download the CSV, and you will come back to your bulk template publishing flow, and then upload the CSV, right? So I would just take this, add it here. Just to make a note here in the bottom section, if there were any errors in the file itself, you would have seen an error message. So rest assured, if it's in green, the operation will work successfully. Finally, you will create products, and then the operation started. You get the notification. So let's say you have many products, 10, 15, 20 products that you're creating all at once. Then in the background, this might take 5, 10, 15 minutes for us to process this. Don't worry, you're going to get an email after the operation is completed. The email will contain how many products you have successfully published. And just to give you an example, before the webinar, I published these same products just to show you. So this was the product that has, or let me go into the design details, just so we take a look. So remember, in the old one, there was a different image. The same exact location was replaced by another SVG file. So this feature is, again, for me, very exciting because it allows you to capture the essence in any special day, any special campaign. This will also mean, let's say there's Father's Day, Mother's Day, and you have a template. You want to very quickly publish a whole new collection of 40, 50 items. It means you would be able to do this instantly and with minimal technology, because in the past you would have had to do this via APIs. So that is the end of our official release notes, and I'm very happy to take your questions and go over them one by one. So, Mondo asked, I ordered a sample for my store. Do you guys offer more than one printing options? For example, DTG and others? Yes. So for apparel sellers, we have a number of printing technologies. You can choose between DTG, direct to garment, or embroidery products. Embroidery products are also supported on tote bags and our hats. So you can have a seasonal collection for beanies, or for the summertime, we have a large number of caps available actually. And some of our t-shirts and some of our hoodies come both in DTG and embroidery, so that you can take your pick and then you can publish them. Sorry, I'm just going over these. Yes, so an attendant asked, does Gelato have AI-powered product publishing features? Fantastic question. And the answer is yes. So we have one AI publishing feature that is for your store product title, description, and tags. So for some of you, we recognize that one of the hardest parts of publishing your product is coming up with an engaging name, an SEO optimized description, and for Etsy sellers out there, an SEO optimized tag. So we have an AI powered product publishing assistant, which from a very short few sentences, we would generate a platform specific optimized product tag, product title, product description. So if you're an Etsy seller, you will see slight variance in how it's created, because it would take the platform limitations into account. So for example, you would have 140 characters in the title, you will have 20 characters in the tags, and then the description would be crafted more SEO friendly wise. But if you're publishing for a Shopify store, your title would be, it wouldn't care about the 140 characters. It would just make the most appropriate. The description would be more short and like to more aesthetic, let's put it that way. It wouldn't worry that much about the SEO, because it's not as important for your traffic as the Etsy customers, for example, right? But this is an area we're very excited. So when you try it out, please let us know. Please let me know. More than happy to discuss it over email. So how often will the livestock be updated in stores? Great question. So every 2 hours, a sync will happen. So we would be reading every 2 hours. However, there will be instances which we know a stock is updated, we would update it immediately to your store. So like, unless anything happens and there's a regular scheduled 2 hour rhythm, let's call it. And then if something else happens, if there's a special event, it will be instantaneously updated in your store. We have a great question. Newbie here, how does this affect the variance count? So as you know, all of the stores have different variant counts. So for example, Shopify customers, you'll have 100 variant limit. So when you're creating your products, you will, and I assume you're asking in the context of the bulk operation for the templates, you would still need to adhere to your store's limitation. So if you're publishing for a Shopify store, you would still need to cap it at 100 variants. If you go over, we will only publish up to 100 variants, and there will be a cutoff, right? But it doesn't limit the number of products you can automatic or in bulk publish. It is a limitation on the variant level. So on the CSV file, if you remember, I was showing you 3 products, each had 9 variants. So it was 27 lines total. In this instance, you could create as many products as you want. You could also go up to 100 variants per product. Hope that helps. Going over some other questions. Thank you so much for dropping them in. Okay. There were a couple of comments here. Sorry for that. Okay, so Sharon said, I need help with mockup and setting up shipping. So whenever you have questions, one of the parts we're most proud of as a team is our 24/7 available support. So you can reach out to them and they will be able to help you on a various or like plethora of topics, from setting up your mockups and setting up your shipping. But I want to touch on this mockup part again, because when you're setting templates or publishing products, one of the parts is you might have made a mistake and you just published, let's say, 2 mockups, but now more mockups are available. You want to update your mockups. I want to give you a sneak peek. I won't be able to go over the whole feature itself, but just to mention to you what feature is out there that you can utilize. So if I go back to my store and I choose the bulk operations, we've introduced this connect and create variants feature. What this does is it allows you to upload or update your existing products and update your existing variants in bulk. So this feature will allow you to, let's say, for this product, I've only had 2 out of the box mockup selected, right? I have these. So if I have these, but I wanted to add this one to all of my existing collection, it means this is what this feature is for. I would need to create what's called a template product. It's different than the templates. It explains when you go into the operation itself. However, I want you to be aware that this exists. So even if you made a mistake or if you want to quickly change your products in bulk, you can always use this connect and create variants option. Maybe we could, if you're interested, you can put a thumbs up and we can cover this in the next webinar series in March. Let's see. Do you have instructions about what you just went over in the Gelato website? Yes. So overall, whichever feature we publish, we educate our customer support, of course, and we also give you accompanying Help Center articles. Sometimes, because we move very fast, the Help Center articles might come in 1 or 2 days after a product is released, but we always follow up with Help Center articles. And then I would like to also give you a sneak peek of the latest feature that you can find help as you're creating a product. So let's say that you're creating a product. I say edit design, and you're in the design and you need help. You just don't know what to do, or you just need to know what are the different capabilities. Here, you can reach our different Help Center articles or Help Center content, or you can watch some of the tutorials that are made for you on different products. Here, you would learn how to create custom hats. Here, you would learn how to create best-selling posters, right? So that's also another place you can get help throughout your journey. Of course, as I mentioned, our support is available 24/7. So I'll just leave a little bit more time for final questions. We have maybe two other, like room for two more. Oh, someone said awesome features. Also noticed very nice improvements in the overall experience and the performance. Looking forward to March upgrade. That warms my heart to hear, and I'll share with all of our team members how excited you're for this one. So Hugo asks one more question. For my photos and art, I might have just one print, but I want to add canvas and frames. I can only create one template with one of those, right? The other ones I need to add as variants. Is that correct? Do you have a better way to doing that? Great question. So we have this feature called product expansion. And what it means is that you can have a base product, let's say a poster without any frames. And then you can expand that product, basically adding variants to it to include also a framed version. So framed poster version. So on your existing listing, you can now have two different products listed. So let's go back to the dashboard, exit. In this case, I won't be doing it with a poster, but let's do it with a hoodie. So if I wanted to add a t-shirt to this same listing, I could hit expand product, and then I would have access to the Gelato catalog. And let's say there's a comparable t-shirt I want to sell with, I just select this. And the most important part here is that you click this button, publish selected product as variant. When you do this, it means on the same Shopify product listing, you will have the option of showing a hoodie with the same design and then a t-shirt with the same design, right? I would just need to go through this funnel to publish this product now as a variant. Hope that answers your question, Hugo. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Looking forward to our March release. After this webinar is over, we will send you the recording. It will be available in YouTube shortly. And then any questions, please reach out to us. You will also get a summary of this. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. See you next month. Take care. Bye-bye.